Many people want to completely eliminate taxes, and there are strategies out there that you can use to completely offset your taxable income. You have to be careful because most of those strategies involve purchasing assets. Like a common one is commercial real estate or buying up gas stations or car washes, where the strategy is simply buy an asset, manage it, depreciate 30% or most of the cost of that asset. You finance it so you don't use up all your cash, and you either reduce significantly or completely offset a good portion of your taxable income. It's a good strategy. The perspective that I brought in is that these transactions requires you to put up a significant amount of your operating cash. Even if you're borrowing, there is an amount of cash that's needed to close on the transaction. And this is where the tax strategy meets operational reality. What we did today is we laid out a weekly cash flow for the rest of the year and what it would take to close on this transaction or a combination of different assets to ensure that, yes, we can reduce the taxable income, maybe get it close to zero, but we don't want to completely wipe out our cash in that process. Another key piece that we talked about is that there's various strategies, different kinds of assets that you can purchase to offset taxable income, but it has to be an asset that you're willing to manage after you purchase. If you're not into gas stations or Jiffy Lubes, you probably don't want to do that. If you're not into livestock and cattle, you don't want to do that. If you're in real estate, it makes a lot of sense to buy commercial buildings or rental properties, things like that. We connected the finance piece, the cash, and the reality of what it would take to execute the strategy. So we mapped this out, created a timeline, as well as everything it would take to get this transaction operationally closed. That's what happens when finance meets operational reality. And tax strategy is only powerful to the extent that the business still has the cash to operate after you execute on that tax strategy.